Hi, everyone. This is Melanie Pierce with Royal LePage Triland here in London, Ontario, and I am interviewing Tom McPhail today. So, Tom, tell me where you work and what is your bread and butter, as in like commercial or residential, resale, all of that.
I'm from Milton, Milton, Ontario, Royal LePage Meadowtown. I do all of Halton, Peel, and surrounding areas.
Okay, okay. How long have you been in real estate?
Just about going into my 13th year.
13th year. Okay. Wow. Lucky 13, unlucky 13.
It's
What's
always
it going to
lucky.
be? Do we know?
The way the market is, yes.
we just don't know. We just don't know. Um, so, what do you do that's special in your business to make things work? Like to your success? A lot of people will do, maybe email stuff or they do online leads, or you're just
I don't do,
social or.
I don't, I'm more social than anything. I don't do any of the emails. I don't do any of the online leads. I'm going to start doing the sphere, so to get more online presence. But yeah, most of the time it's social, charity events, etc.
Yeah, because usually when I'm talking, it's like, oh yeah, I'm out to this baseball game, I'm out to this hockey game, and all that stuff. And I
Yeah,
thought that's great that you're like very much involved, and that's probably really good for
yeah,
your business. And obviously, it's a great way to run your business to
yeah. It is. I love
enjoy.
sports, so it's I can talk sports with anybody about any time sports you want to talk about. So might as well get out there and just be my authentic self, I guess you can say.
Oh, look at that! Using words like authentic self. That's awesome. Okay, so I want to talk about your family. So, who do you call family? Who are
uh,
these people?
I have a beautiful daughter who's going to be 35 this year. I know I
Mm-hmm.
had her when I was 7. And 3 beautiful grandchildren, 2 boys and a girl.
Okay, which one is like Tom?
That'd be the middle, Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Poor kid.
Well,
Yeah,
and the youngest, what's
Aurora.
Aurora?
Yeah,
Like she loves the motorcycle, doesn't she?
she won't let the boys sit in front of her when she every year I get a picture taken and she tells the boys to get in the back.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah,
Girls got to have some power. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
mostly if she's got two brothers, she's got to do what she needs to do to
yeah,
stand out,
exactly. And she does
to
stand
get her
out.
power, all that
Yeah.
stuff. Well, that's cool. So, we've been a lot of places over the last few years, but let me ask you, do you have a favorite place on Earth? I'm assuming you haven't been to Mars yet or the moon.
Well, that
So,
wouldn't be on Earth.
yeah, that's
So,
why I'm asking on Earth.
um, they all have had their own challenges, and they were all different. So it was like they're all great in their own way. Um, if I had to pick one of the places, would be the Sahara.
Okay, this arrow is cool. Yeah,
It
it
wasn't
was
that
cool.
that it was a tough thing to do, but it was just being in the middle of it.
Yeah, yeah, it was kind of a check mark,
Yeah, it's kind
for
of being
sure.
like you're on the moon.
Like you're on it was a little bit like being on the moon for sure. Okay, so um, favorite pastime, hobby, or sport?
Oh, hockey cards, hockey, baseball, football.
Oh, it's a sport.
It's a
It's just
sport
any
thing.
sport.
It's any sports. Well,
Rugby,
not any
like
sports except for soccer for all you soccer fans. Sorry,
no soccer?
no soccer.
I'm so freaked out about that. That's so
Yeah.
weird. Soccer's awesome. Okay. Um, are you able to describe yourself in 3 words?
No,
No. I know I
no.
find it very difficult too.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you.
Could you say you're funny? I'm gonna do it for him. You're funny. You're loyal.
Yes,
Do you have a third? I'm giving you two
I
out
know.
of
I
three.
can't even think of a third.
Sheesh.
It's hard to talk about yourself.
Yeah, it really is. I found that really hard too. So, the subject I want to get into today a little bit more is how many years ago was it when you came up with the idea of doing a motorcycle ride for the Royal LePage Shelter Foundation. Was it 6 or 5?
That would have been 2021, while I was in
Oh,
trekking
okay.
the Purcell Mountains. And I had some issues in the
Oh,
mountains, so I was taken out of the challenge. Um, and while I was in the hotel, resort, I guess you can say it, I was just laying in bed and thought, leave the trekking for the youngins, um, start to ride some motorcycles, and I always wanted to do the Himalayas, so I just put it out there if anybody wanted to join me.
yeah.
We're doing it for shelter.
I think I was the very last person to join. I hemmed and hawed a bit. I
Yeah,
was like, oh, we're going to India in August, was it? Was it
August.
July or August? I was
August.
like, we're going to India in August.
Yeah.
I don't see this as a smart move. I hemmed and hawed and argued out. And then Tom sent me the video, and I looked at the video and thought, oh no. And of course, I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
I I probably had a PTSD for about a month or so
I think I'm
after that one.
still having
That
PTSD.
yeah, that was an eye opener. That
Yeah.
was. So you just thought it would be a good idea. So you also are on the team that picks. Well, you can answer that first question first. You just thought
Which
it was
one?
a good idea to start the bike ride.
Yeah, I wanted to just put something together. Still support women's shelters. It is a big thing for me to support. So yeah, so I just thought, yeah, let's do some motorcycles.
Okay, yeah. And who did you give that idea to first? Did you give it directly to Phil or to the
No,
gang at
I
the
didn't.
shelter?
I didn't give it to anybody.
Oh,
I when it was in the Purcells, I just on Facebook just posted, I'm riding
oh, I didn't
the
realize it
Himalayas.
happened like that. Oh, wow.
If anybody wants to join, feel free to reach out.
So you were just gonna, apologize later.
Yes, and I'm still apologizing.
That's so funny. That's so funny. So as of yet, we've done the Himalayan Mountains in northern
Yes.
India,
Yep.
and then we just did
So
Colombia.
as soon as Himalayas were done,
Yeah.
um, I got a call from Phil, who also was on it,
Hmm.
and said that he would like to make this a shelter, what do you call it?
Regular.
Regular event,
Hmm.
um, which is awesome. And then he asked me to come up with another spot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There's the hard part, right? The
that's the
digging it
fun
out.
part.
Do you like that?
Oh, I love it. Just looking at so many places I want to ride a motorcycle.
Well, my problem is that there's so many choices, it would be too much for me. You guys would never
There's
have an answer.
tons, but there's also guidelines that we
Okay.
have to follow. The Himalayas, there wasn't so much guidelines. Colombia, there was a lot more guidelines.
Yeah.
Length of time. We had to really vet the tour companies,
Yes.
which we didn't have to do, or I didn't have to do for the Himalayas. And there's other guidelines that need to be followed for emergency evacuation, everything. So it's a lot more intense than India was.
Okay. I did not know. Um, Nobody wants me on that grouping. I would probably be moving the subject to so many things. You guys go, kick her off, kick her off. She's not
Well,
helping.
we have an executive with the
Yes.
RLPRC, the Riders Club. So the way that we work it now is I come up with 3 choices,
Mhm.
and we have our meeting, and then I explain the 3 choices, and we go from there.
Okay, fantastic. So, highlights um, in India, we rode the highest passable road in the world.
Yes.
That was a check mark for me.
Yeah.
I thought that was,
15,565
oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
feet or
there was
something.
a spot where you had to walk up to this sign, and there
Hmm.
was tons of Indian prayer flags through that area and
Yeah.
everything like that. And I remember I could go like maybe 4 to 6 steps, and then I'd have to stop to catch my breath because we were in elevation. It was a struggle just to walk up the stairs, which is kind of hilarious that that was the problem. So for Colombia, what do you think the highlight in Colombia was? I know that the road was one for me for India, but
So I had issues in Colombia with heat stroke and whatnot, but
I flirted with heat
so
stroke.
the last little few days were a little tough. Um, I think it was just the amount of people we had and how much everybody got along.
Yeah.
In every group, there's, you always have your little pocket that doesn't quite, but everybody, it's Royal LePage, it's right. Everybody loves everybody. So
Yeah, exactly. We all work really well
yeah,
together. That is the thing. Something that maybe non-riders don't know is it doesn't look like we're communicating, but we're actually communicating all the time. There's not a time when we're riding as a group that we aren't communicating.
I know. I can't tell you how many times I've looked in front of me, and there you are giving me a look. I know I'm in trouble for something.
What look? Um, um, I was gonna say it was funny because the guys in Colombia were entertained by when we were on a regular road.
Yeah.
And we would go back into formation, a
Yes.
North American riding formation. They said it's so automatic, it's like watching like a flower bloom, right? Bloop, there we are.
Yeah.
We're all in formation again. And so we're so used to doing that. That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
But Colombia was different because of the dirt. Um, so it's hard to get into formation in dirt when you're
Yeah,
falling off the bike or
yeah, there
going
was
off the
no
trail.
formation on some of those roads.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, they were, some of them were trails, what have you. I think for me, the biggest highlight was the one hostel that we stayed in that had kind of, Deb and I were all but in a round hut.
Was that the El Rio?
El Rio, yes. And they had a they had a really good coffee, um, it was martini, coffee martini in the middle of nowhere.
We're in Colombia.
I
Every
know.
drink
Well,
tasted good.
coffee, yes, yeah, it was absolutely the food and the alcohol and the regular food, the regular drinks too, were excellent. Like it was such a fantastic place. But that was a cool one. That was a really cool hostel, and
Yeah.
we did the floating down the river thing, which was kind of cool. It was necessary. I mean, after you've been on the road for so long and you're struggling with all these roads and rocks and edges and what have you, it was kind of nice to do this, everyone lumbering down the river together and
Yeah.
their little flotation devices. So that was really cool.
Yeah. The tour company, Adrenaline Addicts, give them a shout out.
They were great.
They were phenomenal. We thought India was good, but
Yeah.
that was our first real one
Yeah.
after Adrenaline Addicts in Colombia. It kind of made me think that our India one was kind of
Well,
off the
yeah.
wall. I mean, our head guide, was his first ride out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We
And
had
he
two
was,
guys in a support vehicle behind us. The
yeah.
Colombia trip, we had
Well,
three
they all
groups.
seem to be all friends. Like there was
Yeah,
a different kind of mentality with the guys in Colombia, and they're from all around the world. There was a few from Australia, yes,
Australia, England,
States,
States. Yeah, and then some Colombian ones.
yeah,
But what they did is Adrenaline Addicts has a few spots, so they took all their best guides and brought them for our group
right,
because
yeah. They had to pull in their extras.
we were the largest group that has ever rode Colombia as a group.
Oh wow,
So
that's really cool. I didn't know that.
yeah,
Okay, so for me, Colombia, yeah, that it was that hostel, and every time you rode into a hostel, sometimes you were on roads that weren't any easier than the trails that we were out on. Some of them, like the last one, was that was really difficult. It was. I was in the morning going, I have to go down this road. Are you kidding me?
I was in the front of a truck.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I would love to have rode that road.
Well, I was concerned that I was just gonna. Where's Mel? She just went off the edge. Just when you get down to the bottom, can you check on her to see if she's okay? Like that's what it felt like. So I was glad I took about 5 minutes on the back of one of the guys' bikes. I just went, just drive me down this piece, I'll be fine. But it was a challenge. It was super hot.
Yeah, the
We
desert.
had desert hot, and then we had jungle
I
hot.
can't tell you how many people I've talked to that, including myself, didn't really know that Colombia had a desert.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really know. I didn't really know anything about Colombia. That's the truth of it. But it's reminiscent of Panama. If anyone's been to Panama,
Yeah.
it's reminiscent of Panama in a lot of ways. So our next ride, we're going to
Mm,
be announced in,
September,
yeah,
hopefully.
yeah, yeah. So no
2026.
hints?
No, no. No, can't say anything at this point. We'll just have to wait till
Once I
September.
turn off the camera, I will be pinching his arm, and I'll let you know if I get anything from that.
It will be a place that anybody who has thought of getting a license and wanted to get a license, this would be the ride to start.
Oh, okay. That's good news, right? There's some.
And if anybody's been riding for 40, 50 years like myself, it's one that you will definitely enjoy.
Okay. Okay. Well, wheels are turning here, so I'll try to figure it out. So you are a supporter of the Shelter Foundation. Is there any
Yes.
other things like that you support? You do a hockey team, don't you, or
Yeah,
a hockey player or
I
something?
use some hockey players and whatnot. I support them and sponsor them. I've done North Halton Community Living for special needs children. Do toy drives for them. Heart and Stroke Foundation.
He's got a list.
Yeah.
I usually have to keep it quite small, otherwise
Yeah.
I'd be throwing money everywhere, so I have to kind of control it, to be honest with
But
you.
I would say 90% of it now is Shelter
Foundation. Okay, so you're not going to hear today where the next ride is, but I believe we'll hear that news in September.
September.
Okay, very good. Thank you for doing this interview.
Oh, no problem. Thank you. And we had a nice ride today.
We had a very nice ride today. Yeah. Helmet hair.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Tom was able
to get his right, but not me. I don't know what happened. He tried. Blew out my hair. It didn't work. Thank you very much, guys. And if you want to hear more about Tom, we'll put some information down below. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.